Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox. Welcome to another Back to Basics video. Now we have finally finished off our Plankerton quest line. I've gone through all of the SSDs on there again, so do check. There will be links in the description which will give you all of the quest line videos all the way through to Twine Peaks. But we are now finally on our Canny Valley, and you start off on your Canny Valley quest line with your Storm Shield Defense number 1. Now, with this one, you will only have the one wave that you are going to need to defend, and it is pretty straightforward, really, for setting up. You don't need to have anything massive or complex in order to complete SSD number 1. It should be really easy to do. Now, you will have two possible spawn directions. You are going to have from the south or from the west. Now for the south, they are going to be spawning all the way down in this section down here, and they will make their way up to your storm shield. So what we have done on here, this is very similar to one of my endurance builds that I used on my old series, so do check that out for future SSDs as well. But they're gonna head over towards this. So what we have done is we've blocked all of this off here to make sure they can't come through any of this lot, and make them head up this ramp over here. Now once they do get to the top of this ramp, we have got just 4 drop traps set up here, which are gonna deal damage on any of this section along here. Anything that comes up here will set off these drop traps, and the drop traps will go all the way down to the bottoms down there and over there as well. So it's going to cause the damage all the way through. Now once they do get up to this point, then we've got a sound wall just to make them dance if there's any propanes or anything later on, and a wall dart which is going to catch anything all the way along this section as well. And once they do come into this point, we got some wall launchers then, which is just going to bash them into these boxes in here and pretty much finish them off, so there'll be no problem from there. Now we do have a load of block off behind it, just to make sure that they're not going to want to bash through and get through from the bare walls down there. And of course we do have our lobber shield up to prevent those lobbers and flingers. Now for the west hand side, they are going to be spawning anywhere along this section down here, and there's 2 different directions that they can come up. They're either going to come up on the right hand side over here, or they will come up the left hand side over here. Now for SSD1, you don't need to worry too much about blocking these sections off. Later on you will need to block them, but for SSD1 you don't need to worry. They won't go over that direction. They will head up either through this side or this side over there. Now for this one here, we have just set up a basic tunnel in here. Now for some unknown reason, it's been like this for years, you cannot place a floor piece here, and you cannot place a wall piece there either. I have no idea why. There's nothing preventing it, but you just can't place any, so you've got to leave them open. But it doesn't matter, because anything then that comes up this side will come around here, and at least they will just come in through the tunnel in this side here. They will start heading up here through the broadsides and the wooden floor spikes, and we've got more drop traps up here because there's a natural ramp, and we got some wall darts in it and a launcher at the very top, just to launch anything down that may get back up to the top here, and it will send them straight back down. And that is pretty much it. Now I did block all of this lot off over here just to make sure any lobbers and flingers can't see our storm shield and start lobbing and flinging at it. And up above that, then all we've got up here is just 2 rows of standard lobber shield, just to make sure any lobbers and flingers don't stand over here and lob straight at our storm shield. So that is pretty much all of the defenses that I have set up here. There's nothing fancy for this, and it will be completely AFK. The only thing I have put around here, which you don't need to worry about on SSD1, but I have put some little low walls around this just for later waves when we get the smashers. They will smash at structures if there is nothing at the actual amplifier or the home storm shield. So make sure you do have something around here. You can make it a full wall if you prefer. It doesn't really matter. They're not going to get through to that point as long as you have that there. Now, the only other section that we need to cover on here is this bit down here. As I said, they will come up this natural ramp as well. They will not be able to get up through any other point along here because of these natural ridges, so they won't be able to get up. So they'll always go up one side or the other. And of course, we do have some more drop traps up here just to catch anything that comes up these ramps at all. I did just put in a wall dart on the side here just to make sure that it will, you know, finish off anything that might get to this point. And pretty much these up here really didn't even get used. You probably don't even need to worry about them for your SSD1, but at least they'll be all ready for your SSD number 2. If they happen to get past it, then we got wall launchers, 3 of those, and they will send them into these boxes, which are going to cause the massive damage no matter which box they go into. Make sure you do have your edited walls on the left hand side like this, just to make sure that any smashers that you get will get knocked into these squares to get damage from all of these traps. And yeah, that is pretty much it. There is no other defenses that I set up for this, and it worked perfectly fine, so it should do for you as well. And on this account, just for you to know, I've leveled all my traps up to 77, but they still don't have the greatest perks. I mean, the drop trap is probably the best trap that I have. It's got some epic and legendary perks in it, but other than that, everything else is blue or lower. I mean, I don't even have full perks set up on all of these traps yet. They're just as good as I can get with the resources I've had from playing the game. So yeah, that is your Canny Valley Storm Shield defense number 1. Don't forget, as I did say, there will be links in the description. I have covered majority of amplifiers already once, so I'm going to link them in the description. They will be AFK builds. And on this account and my 4th account, I'm going to be trying to cover any amplifiers I haven't already covered in the past. So if you do follow this build and I've placed a different amplifier, do make sure that you check those links in the description, because they will cover all of them for you. Even my Canny Valley endurance builds, apart from, in my case, amplifier C, which is this one. Where is it? I mean, it can be whichever amplifier it is that you place, but it is this one over here. This one I need to work on when on my endurance builds. I've got some work to do on that. Ever since the trap changes came into play, the builds for that are not quite as good, and it sometimes fails on wave 28, 29, but I'll work on those separate. But for the SSDs, we will cover everything that we can, so make sure that you do check all the videos in the description. If it does help you out, don't forget to hit the like, smash subscribe, do use code RiverFox in the Fortnite store. Check the description for all the links for videos that will help you out, as well as these two up here. But until the next time, have a fantastic day and stay safe, my friends.